Good day from Universal Studios Hollywood. Have not been to the park in the day in like 2 years, so very excited to see some of these updates, especially the new Fast and Furious coaster. Looks like it's going to be awesome. Halloween Horror Nights merchandise is now up to 90% off. I was in here literally yesterday and it was 70 yesterday, so as the event comes to a close, prices are dropping significantly to the point where some things are only 49 cents. Wow. Stopping in the little Paris market area to get something quick to eat for breakfast. But I noticed they have some Horror Nights snacks here. Happy Death Day cake. And a cookie. This is awesome. So this is the construction and you can actively hear them working on it and see them. Working on the ride track for the Hollywood Drift Fast and Furious coaster. This is where the pet show used to be and the special effects show. So this is taking up a huge map of the park, and the coaster goes way down towards where the lower lot is as well. I actually thought this was going to open next year, but it looks like we're not going to be seeing it until 2026, which is a little surprising because they've got a lot of progress done. It almost looks like all of the track is complete, and we'll look more at that later from the lower lot area. Something I've never tried and wanted to get today was Bumblebee Man's taco truck, but it looks like it's not open right now, and it's almost 11:30. Maybe I'll check the hours or come back later. I think I'll actually get a quick slice from Luigi's Pizza because it looks like there's no line and I want to eat something before going on the tram tour. Here's what they have. I think I might actually get the Meat Haters pizza because veggie pizza sounds pretty good right now. And they also have some pasta. If you come early enough in the day, you can come in this seating area, which is awesome because there's barely anybody here. And you can watch the best of Simpsons. And here's the veggie pizza. It's actually very big. I just kind of wanted a quick snack, but this should do. And I like how, as you can see, the veggies change as it gets further along the crust. Kind of like how they do in Universal Japan. Alright, that pizza was really quite good. And again, if you come here early enough in the day, that back area is pretty empty. So, good hangout spot. Now, I do want to go right ahead on the studio tour because the last one today is 4 p.m. It is 11:30 a.m. and it's only a 5-minute wait for the studio tour.
These are what we call facades, false fronts. Nothing technically in the building. Woo. Now we're still in the middle of Halloween Horror Nights, ending at the end of this weekend, and we have one of the mazes in front of the Bates Motel from the movie Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock.
Kind of like living in Hollywood. You said the sign looks a little...
Lasts 4 to 5 minutes. It's really amazing how they decided to use the real thing instead of CGI, computer-generated imagery. This was done by Rick Carter, production designer, to help Steven Spielberg's.
At the end of the tram tour, there's a random Five Nights at Freddy's photo shoot, which is weird because I've never seen Five Nights at Freddy's at Universal anywhere, not even at Horror Nights. Over here at the start of the walkway to go down to the lower lot, you can see all the track they have built so far. So that's the other side of the start building, the show building. The track comes here. There's part that goes around and just kind of stops there. They haven't finished that. But even on the other side, you can see they're going to be putting track here as well. And it's interesting because if you look down, this is where it stops. They've got up to there so far. Really cool to watch a roller coaster in progress. Here is another quick look from the lower section. A lot of work being done. Over to the right, there's another area where the track just kind of stops. And then you've got plenty of more support back there. So the coaster is going to go way back that way. I remember back when, instead of Super Nintendo World coming down here, this was all just construction as they were building it. And it's also a little strange to see the layout is so different. I'm used to Universal Japan. That's the only Super Nintendo World I've ever been to. And they don't have the Yoshi ride, and it just looks a lot smaller. So I'm excited to check it out today. The Jurassic World ride is currently boarded up doing some maintenance, but this is cool. They have the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy bar. That is a really good idea to use this whole second floor space. The menu here looks awesome. They have some specialty drinks, but look at these saw blade flatbread pizzas. Those look so good. Again, 90% off for Horror Nights merchandise. This one seems a lot less busy here in the Jurassic Outfitters store because the ride's closed.
The next time you see me,
A few interesting things I'm noticing for the Horror Night houses. I don't know if they have you go to the back lot anymore, because all of the ones at the lower lot were back near Jurassic World, and it looks like 2 of the other ones are over here. Because historically, you have to walk pretty far back here to go down to the back lot where they'd have all the extra houses. Alright, this is going to be cool, checking out another Super Nintendo World. And I've got my Daisy band that I got from Universal Japan. Awesome thing is they should be working in both parks. This was something I was wondering about because I bought this back when Super Nintendo World opened in Japan. And it's connected to the Universal Japan app. There's a sub area for Super Nintendo World. Turns out it's the same thing here. You scan it and you get to do everything. They are separate profiles, however, so anything you do in Japan's park doesn't count towards the one here. I like the lights they do in the tunnel here, very different than Japan. And something else that's different now that I think about it is you can just walk in here freely. There's no reservation system or anything. Oh, right off the bat, this is so different. For starters, it's all one level floor. In Japan, there's 2 floors. And actually, I kind of think this layout works better because it caused a lot of traffic and felt very crowded when you have all the stairs and constantly going up and down, but this is more spacious. This is cool. There's like a whole extra room in the castle where there's blocks, but I noticed they do have the hidden 8-bit characters. So keep your eyes peeled because they'll have them in this park too. Factory shop here is a lot smaller than the one in Japan. I'm kind of noticing that going through this area that everything's a lot smaller and they're missing a lot of the little restaurants and stuff. A random thing I noticed was there was this one over here, but I didn't see any projector for it because the ones in Japan are projector based, but these ones are backlit, which is really cool, and you can kind of see the outline faintly in the stuff. At the Hollywood and Dine, it's currently a Wicked themed cafe. But something that looks real interesting is the corn flatbread. I love shrimp mayo pizza. That's a thing in Japan, pretty big deal. Curious to see what the American take is. All right, here is the flatbread, and it is huge. And it doesn't look like there's sauce on it. I thought it would be like kind of like a flat pizza, but very different. Still looks pretty good though. Out in City Walk, the line at the Hello Kitty Cafe is really long, which is kind of surprising because I was here yesterday and there was no wait whatsoever. Stepping out at City Walk as the sun's getting ready to set, and it looks like it's going to be a busy night at Horror Nights because all of the restaurants have pretty long wait times. A lot of people leaving as the park is closed and will reopen at 7 for Horror Nights. Found a really great seating area here. This is the Friend Till the End drink from the Chucky bar. Over in this area, they had a stand with some food carts, so I got the birria beef tacos.
Dante's coming over the wall!
We're gonna check out the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy house.
walk into the light.
Ha ha!
right, that is going to do it this evening from Universal Studios Hollywood. Very long day and kind of spread throughout all over the place. Really enjoyed it though, and some awesome houses for Halloween Horror Nights. So, thank you all for watching. That is going to do it. The Caravan is moving on.